you have to kind of ask yourself, when is this trade invalid? You don't have an invalidation zone, you just have a stop loss. If I said, well, does that stop loss like completely invalidate your trade? You'd probably say no. You'd probably say, well, not really. I mean, a lot of times it hits my stop loss and then goes in the direction of where I think price is going. And I would say, well, then why did you put your stop loss there? And you would say, well, that's because it's a good risk to reward. And I'd say, well, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Most traders don't blow their account because of bad trade ideas. Most people don't even have a trade idea. They have entry models that's been regurgitated or memorized, but they blow their account because they sized like it was an A+ setup when it was really a C day. You're not losing, hear me, you're not losing because of your strategy. Okay, your strategy, your entry model. When I say strategy, everyone always thinks the same thing, just entry model. How do I enter? Where should my stop loss go? Oh yeah, I already know the risk management side. Mike, you don't have to tell me that. It's risk 1 to make 5. It's always risk 1 to make 2, risk 1 to make at least 1. That's risk management, right? Wrong. You're losing because the risk of your trade does not match your setup. And that comes from experience and understanding your setup even better than you think. Now, let's say you understand your setup. Well, then why aren't you consistently profitable? It's simply because you're probably risking the same amount every single trade. And if you're looking at me like I'm a zombie, yes, I am still a zombie. I'm healing, guys. I fell off of one board, 6 stitches. Yeah, I'm healing. But I'm here in Florida on my little family vacation trip. I wanted to make a video for you guys and show you a couple of trades using the orb, which is my strategy, with dynamic money management, which, by the way, beautiful thing about dynamic money management, you can apply it to any strategy of your choice. So without further ado, I'm going to get into it. And everything that I show you in this tutorial, in this video, can be learned in my free community. The link will be posted in the description. So if you want to come in and check it out, but you can see, I want to show you something real quick before I move forward. Check this out. I put a mechanical version of the orb. I asked 10 of our members, you can see 8 got back to us so far that back tested this. Check out the results. 72% profitable, Stuart says. Mark says 68% profitable. Ronaldo, 79%. Jay here, 68%. Jacob, 52. Matthew, 94. Roxy, 75, and Philip, 74. Anyways, this is like a real community, guys. And what's even cooler is that every one of these back tests were recorded. They all recorded it and uploaded it to a Google Drive. So we're gonna add that to the training when this drops. So if you wanna learn that, again, join the free group. If you really wanna take it serious, then you can, join the community and learn the mechanical trading system that I'm about to show you right now. So random bar replay using the orb. We're gonna go 15-minute range with the New York Open. So I usually will go to like a 30-minute time frame just so I can get to the New York Open pretty quick. And what's cool about this mechanical system, guys, is that it really takes all of the guesswork as far as your sizing out of the picture. So that's what's really neat about it. Let me show you what we're gonna be doing. So here we go. So 8:30. Looks like it starts right there. There's the 15-minute range, real tight range. And what we're looking for is a 5-minute candle body to break and close on the other side of the range. Here we have a 5-minute candle body. And so I'm not going to explain or teach the mechanical version to you guys. I am just going to do my thing over here, and we're just going to see if it would be profitable or not, because I pretty much know where things need to go. I've done it many, many times, almost a few thousand trades deep in the back test now for me personally. So really cool. All right, so that hits no problem. And we'll say we have like a 10K account, guys, just so we are clear on the amount of money that we gotta have a starting balance, right? So 10K I like to start with. Now you could start with $500 in a CFD account, but I just like to kind of get that starting balance out of the way so we kind of know, okay, what did we, really gain at the end of the day? So we'll bring ourselves to the next day. Notice I'm not on the charts all day. I know a lot of guys want to trade all day. I've been there. That is not the life that I want to build for me personally. I want my freedom, and I value my time more than I do even making money. So here we go, break to the upside. So I will be measuring real quick, do something here. All right, got it. So, and you're gonna see me do some things. Again, I'm not going to explain exactly how the strategy works. That is not the goal of this video. The goal is to just see, can we be profitable using a pretty much purely mechanical trading system? And you'll see a negative risk to reward. Some of you guys will see that right now. You're gonna go, Why has he got a stop loss way down there? Well, when you have multiple entries, multiple points on the chart where you can enter, so I'm just going a little slower right there, just in case I need to add an entry. So this whole system that I'm showing you relies on probabilities, not possibilities. It does have a slight increase of risk. I would say I'm medium risk across the board right now. I'm not even rating my setups. Like usually I would rate my setups. I'm not even doing that. I'm gonna go pretty much the same sizing, which I talked to you guys about. That can be a dangerous thing, only trading the same size every single trade. That is not a winning formula. If you really wanna scale your account and grow and be profitable, you need to understand when it's an A+ setup and understand when it's a C setup and lean on and off the gas, so to speak, depending on how these setups look, okay? Here we go. Break to the downside here. All I'm doing, guys, all I'm doing here, all right? Let me back it up one, so I messed up. Okay, this is a break to the downside, 5-minute candle body close. Let me see here if this is correct. Oh yeah, so we're looking good there. Stop loss is gonna be a little bit further back. I already just know, again, not gonna teach the strategy right now. If you wanna learn it, you can come into the free group. But here we get to have some fun. So this would actually be one more. Okay, perfect. So now you get to see what I'm doing. Okay, all right, cool. So what this has to do with is playing the probabilities, the odds. Boy, all right, so you see me doing this. I'm kind of cruising pretty quickly here, and you see me going, and in real time, you just have to realize like it's a lot slower. It's a lot slower in real time. So although this looks like, you know, easy pleasy, just kind of cruising through, you would be on to the next day. You're waiting a whole day just to get to another trading day, trading cycle, right? So, and I just know the distances pretty well just by looking at this, guys. So I know exactly where these stop losses and take profit levels should be for the most part, just because I've done this a lot. Okay, so we're already 7.9% up in the account, and we can take a look at the replay strategy tester here. You can see that 83%, 6 trades total, right? It's a very minimal drawdown. And you can change, what's cool about this, guys, you can actually come in here and change the starting balance yourself. So I could actually put a 10K right there. That way it'll give us the actual percentage. So 7.9% up so far. And I'm gonna just keep going just a little bit more for you guys. And again, if you're interested in this, the link is in the description. You can learn exactly what I'm doing here, how so many members are profitable using this right out the gate. We haven't even rolled out the training for the mechanical system yet, but I did ask some members to do back testing, and that's what's in the group. So I'm excited to roll this out for everyone because it looks like those results were pretty stellar. And that's what I was hoping for. I was hoping for everyone to get sort of the same results that I get. All right, here we go. So let's go ahead. I am going to measure this time. Let's see here. Okay, good. Again, I pretty much know these distances. So if you're wondering, what is he doing? I'm not here to teach the strategy. I'm here to just show you and follow it to a T. Here we go. We're going to be adding to this position. And it really has to do with the trading idea instead of having an entry model where I'm saying, well, A plus B equals C. We have that. The entry model is here, okay? So we're going to break even stop, and we would go ahead and press a little bit. Instead of having like, just an entry model, we have a trading idea. And the idea has an invalidation zone. So I guess I'll speak on that a little bit while we're going through these. But, you have to kind of ask yourself, when is this trade invalid? Have you ever had a stop loss, price hits your stop loss and then goes in the original direction of your trade, right? That's what I kind of said earlier. Well, the reason why that's happening is because mostly you probably just don't have a great trade idea, right? You don't have an invalidation zone, you just have a stop loss. And if I said, well, does that stop loss like completely invalidate your trade? You'd probably say no. You'd probably say, well, not really. I mean, a lot of times it hits my stop loss and then goes in the direction of where I think price is going. And I would say, well, then why did you put your stop loss there? And you would say, well, that's because it's a good risk to reward. And I'd say, well, you're focusing on the wrong thing. Just like people that want to get in good shape, focus on working out instead of eating healthy. And does it win every single time? Does any strategy win every single time? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But you're playing probabilities. And that's why I want you to get through. You need to start trading probabilities, not possibilities. Okay, and that's the difference in my trading. That's what I've seen has made the biggest difference for me getting profitable. And I can tell you, I would not be anywhere close to where I'm at right now as a level of trader that I'm at right now if I did not realize that it was money management that was holding me back. Okay, so 15% up, you can see already. Here's the trades, right? So far, really solid win rate. We're gonna go ahead and go to the next day. All I'm doing is a very mechanical system. Not sure why that's up there. So that was from previous trade. So we're just moving to the next day, moving to the next day. Here we go, down on the 5, waiting for that 15-minute range to form, waiting for a 5-minute break of the range. That's gonna be my first signal. Again, that's the easy one. Now, I like to wait for the body to close. Some guys don't like that, and they would be faked out twice right there. I mean, I think it's smarter to wait for the body to close. There's a couple other things that this indicator does. Again, not going to, teach the entire system here, but hopefully you can see just from this small, quick back test that it's the small gains every day, the small consistency that this brings that's going to get you to a place that's more profitable and consistent. Notice I'm not trading all day. I'm done. Like once I hit the mark for the day, I'm out, man. And yeah, okay, so today coming off the heels of, I'll show you today's trade actually. I did lose today, so it's kind of a good day to show you. I'm waiting for that 5-minute break here. We're gonna do it one more time. We'll go through another day. And then again, you wanna learn the strategy, you know what to do. The link is in the description. So here's a little wider of a range. So this is cool. Okay, here we go. Pretty easy so far. Everything's been pretty easy. So I would not be surprised if we get a little bit of pushback on one of these trades because everything's been pretty easy. I was hoping to actually get a little bit more drawdown than I did. I'm gonna go one more day. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more drawdown. I mean, I haven't had no resistance. And this is the beautiful thing about trading with a strategy that you're just consistent with, is because you're gonna have runs like this. You're gonna have runs like this where it's just nice and easy. Now, are you gonna have runs the other way? Yeah, you'll have some. It shouldn't be to where, you just can't get profitable. Like it just doesn't work anymore. Like that's kind of a short-lived, I think, strategy. If you have something like that, I don't know, that would be very different than what I've experienced in all of my back testing. That doesn't really happen with the orb. So here we go. Let's see if we can't get a little bit more drawdown on the board. Here we go, nice. Okay, still no second trade though. Let's see, still no second trade. Is it gonna give me a second trade? Come on, are you just gonna drop? Nope, there it is. Okay, so I'd be entering a secondary position actually right here. Let me do this fair, okay? So this would be my secondary position. Notice how I am scaling up here. So I'm going from 2 to 4. So this would be called a martingale type of add. So I'm doubling my position size. And let's go ahead and see here if I get one more. I don't know. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna be doubling that. So total contracts, I want you to do the math here. 8 plus 4 plus 2. It's 14 contracts total. We're gonna have our distance here. Make sure my distance is accurate. It's a little tight, okay? And same stop loss, here we go. Now there is an invalidation point. If price reaches the invalidation point, I'm out, okay? So let's see what price does. Okay, so we would be holding this trade. So that does count, you would be holding that. Looks like that goes into Asia session, and we got the dip finally on Asia. Now, if that were to have done something up above there, we would have been out, but that did work out. Probabilities, again, were on our side. Okay, going to one more day. How about let's do one more day? I know you guys want to see it. I know you want to see it. So I'm trying to show you what happens if you're in a little bit more drawdown. And again, you can scale your sizing. I'm showing you like medium to high risk. I'm showing you, pretty much medium to high risk. And there are ways of scaling this down, but the probabilities don't really change, which is beautiful. So here we go. Okay, we'll change our sizing back down to 2 micros. And by the way, guys, for those of you watching in 2021, if you're watching still, congrats, by the way. But in 2021, the distance of a 5-minute candle was about 2.4 times less than it is in 2025. Isn't that interesting? Because they never changed the sizing for us, did they? Like, there's always just been micros. They never went half a micro because so it's the same, you're actually, it's the same sizing, but you're doubling your risk because the volume of the 5-minute time frame candles have just exploded. Okay, so we ended at 29% up. Let me go ahead and show you the entire, look at this is kind of ridiculous. I know it's only 17 trades, guys. I mean, you have to have hundreds of trades to really get a good feel for a back test, but I just wanted to show you what would happen if we just applied the mechanical rule set to this system. Let me show you today. Okay, so again, you can learn this. The link is in the description. If you haven't clicked it, I don't even know why. It's absolutely free. Like, you're literally losing money not learning this. So this is my setup for today. I did lose today, but it was a very low probability day. There are things about this setup that gave us extremely low probability. So this total drawdown for me right here was 2.4% on my live account. Not a big deal. Like, I'll be able to make that back either today or, either tomorrow or just in general this week. I'll probably end the week 4 or 5% up. And I do it all live, guys. But I wanted to show you what would happen in a real case scenario. Okay, so I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I've spent a lot of time putting this together. The community's on fire for it. And I hope that you guys recognize that, I can only tell you so much, man. And I know that by the end of this, if you really hone in and dive into it, there's no questioning. It's not just about a strategy and entry model. It's about a systematic approach to trading. That's what helped me. So hopefully it helps you, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Ciao.